Hi. So the beginning of this video is very, very rushed. So I thought I would include this little thing at the beginning to say, hi, how are you? How's your dog? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, subscribe. It's free. Why not? And yeah. Okay, let's get into the real video now. Happy Friday, everyone. So right now you're actually balanced on a load of boxes because it has been really quick. We are going to a business expo today, so I thought I'd take you along. And just like that, we're at the business expo. So you can see my dad organising some of the food out for the samples and everyone else setting up. And actually that board that you see them setting up there was actually turning into a giant canvas that they were then drawing on for the whole day, which I thought was pretty cool. There's the end product. Wow, look at that. Well, it's not quite the end product. They still did finish off the flag by that point. But yeah, it's a giant octopus. What more could you ask for? And just like that, the expo was over. Louis was not happy when we came home with empty boxes, let me tell you, because the food was being demolished. All the tails were being packed up and we headed home. Please do not fall. Okay, it's been such a hectic day. Like I'm stood here, making my dinner now, which I'm not hungry for much. So I'm just making myself a salad of random bits and pieces. But I thought I would take this time to chat to you because I haven't really talked to the camera much yet today. I thought I would start my weekend vlog on the Friday because technically for me, I feel like it's the weekend because I've had the day off school. And the reason I had the day off school was because I was at a business expo with my dad. So that's what you kind of saw me rushing around preparing for earlier this morning. And that's where I've been all day. And oh my God, what was it worth skipping school for? Sorry. Stay in school, but it was so good. I remember I went to one in my school holidays, must have been 7 weeks ago now, and I was so happy doing that, and I said, look, the next one I'm coming to regardless of when it is. So I came to this one today, and I am not unhappy about missing school for it because it was just invaluable in the conversations we had and the experience I got. So basically, if you don't know what a business expo is, we basically had a stand and we had some samples because who doesn't like free food? It's a great magnet. And we just basically showed people how we eat by showing them obviously the samples that they can try. And our main goal for that day was to get people to sign up for the free recipe library. Because, sorry, I just need a towel, that then gets them on that email list, which then means we can contact them more. And we had some really, really good conversations. One of the ladies is doing a health course, and it's more centered towards keto and blood sugar levels rather than the standard dietary advice that's being given out, which isn't really great. And so she's going to send us the links for that because if me and Dad can go on that course, that would be amazing. And also, they met some potential business partners. So there is a couple who do they make their own tea, so it's all very natural, very, home based, if you know what I mean. So not the mass produced stuff. And obviously that fits into when people are fasting, you can have obviously tea and coffee and all that kind of stuff, as long as it's not got anything in it. So we are thinking of doing a promotional deal with them where they promote us, we promote them, all that kind of stuff. So we had several chats like that. And basically we didn't stop talking all day, basically. My feet are killing me because we were stood up all day. And then tomorrow, potentially, we've got a keto conversation, that's what it's called. So someone's running an event, and they contacted us because we got tagged. They asked for some keto bloggers and quite a few people recommended us. So they've now asked us if we want to go to that event. So we need to decide whether we're going or not tomorrow. And I think we're swaying towards we're going. Depends on what we need to get done, basically. If we need a lot of time this weekend, then maybe we can't make it. But I think it'd be really good to kind of learn more of the science stuff. I'm sorry if all you can hear is me chopping cabbage. So that evening was spent creating some Facebook ads for our free recipe library. So I first created a little slideshow that would be used as the video for that ad, and then I imported it into the ad and then did all the copy and all of that. Yeah. I have to say it made me very hungry staring at all of this food. I really wanted cake at this point. So it's now Saturday and I've just got ready. That's literally all I've done today. I've got up, I got changed and got ready because we're going out to a conversation is what it's called. So it's basically just like a conference with speakers. We're not really sure. We're just going and hoping that we get some information out of it. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be, it's going to take up a lot of today, but then hopefully I might get some artwork done later on. So yeah. So as we were heading there were loads of buses on the road and there was a bit of traffic, but we managed to get there. It was because the Grand Prix was on, so there was a lot more cars on the road than normal, but once we got past that, it was smooth sailing. And then once we got to Oxford, oh my god, is this city beautiful. I was just marvelling at all of the old buildings, and yeah, it's just a beautiful city, isn't it? The conference itself was really interesting. I took a few of these pictures for notes later on. I have to say though, I was aching to get out of my seat by the end of it. Here is a great video of a tunnel, because why not? Also, Louis then had pizza ready for us when we got home, so we just put what we wanted on and shoved them in the oven for a couple of minutes, and oh my god, were they good. That evening, me and Dad went live into the Facebook group to quickly talk about what we had learnt that day, and basically did a catch up, answered any questions, all that malarkey. And whilst we were doing that, I was also starting to do some art, doing a watercolour piece of Louis, and these hands were painful to do, but I managed to finish it by the end of the week, which was great. Also, please appreciate this very cute video of Argy. I think this just shows how big he is compared to my hands. Yeah, he's a big dog, but he was very sleepy and he was really cute, so I thought I'd add him in. I thought I'd actually just sit and chat for once, because I feel like I've just filmed things all day and not actually talked to the camera. So it is now the end of Saturday. I've just been doing a bit of art all evening, but also kind of stressing. So again, it always seems to be around this time in the weekends, but I do want to keep it real. I'm not trying to hide any stress of any sort. So yes, I am stressed at the moment, and it's because workload is getting quite a lot, even though it's I've only got a week left of school and I'm only in for 3.5 days this week. More on that in a future vlog, which will come out soon after this one. But there's a lot of work that I need to catch up on. So here's the thing, right, is that at the beginning of year 12, there was something that happened to move around in the timetable, which meant that my further mechanics and one of my English lit lessons clashed. And so for the whole year I've been going to English lit instead of mechanics, because that was the more, in my opinion, the beneficial one to go for, because English lit is obviously more discussion based, and the further mechanics one is more textbook based. So I have been basically teaching myself the mechanics for the year. Battery died, didn't it? Of course it would. Where was I? Yes, I normally have a free Wednesday first, and that's when I do my mechanics. However, because of things that have been going on in school recently, we've had just residential week and other things going on, I've basically just fallen out of the routine of doing further mechanics every week, which is obviously not great. So I need to catch up on that. And then I've also just got random bits of work that is just, because there's the tiny things, but a lot, they're stressing me out. So tomorrow, I always promise myself that if it gets down to, if I really don't have enough time in a day, I cannot prioritise this, making videos over my work, because obviously that is not a very smart decision. So tomorrow I'm going to have to just not film a video for this week, so the week that I'm in, not the week that this video is in. So apologies if you're watching this and wondering where the last video was. It's not there, basically. I'll try and film something as soon as I can, but I need to get this work out of the way with first. And I've only got one more week of school, so that should be a very short-term thing. But I've also got a couple of other things that are going on. I might as well say it, because it's not really a secret. I'm sorry that this angle is really dodgy and kind of skewiff, but okay. Probably by the time this video is out, I will have done my first speaking presentation thing in front of a success summit that I'm going to on Thursday, and once again coming out of school for that. But at that summit I am launching, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm launching my first set of planners. Now the thing with these planners is I've been designing them for a couple of weeks, and I know I'm going to do in the talk, I'm going to give each person the 3 sheets, like the 3 templates that I've been like creating and talking through them, and like basically they're going to do them in real time. But I don't know how the planner themselves are going to look, as in the planners that you can physically purchase. Like the sheets that I'm giving them, obviously you can't just purchase one sheet of paper or one sheet of card or whatever it's printed on. So I have a lot of things to figure out, aka finding a printing company, finding a binding company, finding a reasonable price, building a website for that, and getting that all done by Thursday. So I've said to myself, I'm not going to worry too much on like having a bulk load already done. What I'm going to do is I want one physical copy so people can obviously see what it's going to look like, and then I can take orders and then use that money to then purchase the planners, because I don't have a big budget, as in I want to spend as little money as possible, because I do not have a lot of money to spend on this kind of stuff. In fact, I have very, very little money to spend on this kind of stuff, and I do not want my dad to suddenly have to start paying for these planners. This is my business venture. He is not paying for any of that. That's not what I want to happen. So that is my plan, to kind of make sure that a profit is occurring, or at least a loss is not occurring. Okay, rant over. As you can see, I am pretty tired, so I am going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Back from swimming. As you can tell, hair is still wet, still in bird's nest. And I was sat here trying to figure out what to do, and then I realised, oh, maybe if I planned my day, that could help a lot. So the thing is that the past couple of weeks I've not actually planned, and I've not done a weekly to-do list, and it's really affected what I've been doing. So I'm going to do a mind dump and then follow that with trying to organise what I'm going to do today, and then hopefully go from there. Dad's out shopping, and then we need to film a few videos for the speaking event that we're doing. We need to like do a, hey, I'm speaking at this event, this is what we talk about, that kind of video. So we need to film them. So hopefully this hair dries quickly. And yeah, I just want to get stuff done that's bugging me. So I know maths is bugging me, but I think if I do my mind dump first and then properly figure out what I need to do, that's the route to go down, I think. What's your tail doing, Dad?
It literally has. What are you doing, you knucklehead? What's this? What's this?
Right, back to actually being productive after that hilarious interlude. Thank you, Argy. Yeah, so first of all I did a mind dump, sorting out my priorities, and literally everything on my mind just dumped on the paper, worked out a list of 10 things I wanted to get done, not all that day, but just, you know, the first things that I wanted to get done over the next couple of days, and just started working on that. So that first thing, the first thing I did was obviously my mechanics work, because that was really bugging me. I don't know why, it was just sitting over my shoulders and I just wanted to get it out of the way with. So a load of maths work to start with. I started off by just finishing a couple of worksheets and things for mechanics, but then I moved on to a notes page to kind of consolidate everything from that chapter. a bit insane how much those mind dumps help me. So I've just finished all the mechanics work that was really bugging me. So that's now ticked off, crossed it off my to-do list, and I feel a lot better for it. I'm just helping Dad out. I'll show you. We're building a new little piece on the website. So this is what we're building. So because we've got a few workshops coming up, we have this section on the website. But now we've also got appearances. So like next week, next Thursday, me and Dad are talking at this event. So now we need something else to kind of show people when we're talking and where we are and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just doing a bit of a web design at the moment, and just figuring out the best way to put it on the website basically. And then we need to film those videos for the event. And I also want to make some muffins today. I know I wasn't going to film today, but muffins will take less time and I still need to do something to de-stress, so muffins it is. They'll probably happen soon because I want to eat some cake. Oh, look at me switching it up with the angles. So now I'm on to normal maths. So this was just doing some of the lesson work I'd missed from the Friday that was at the expo. Yeah, literally just lesson catch up, that's it. By that time I was sick of maths, so decided to go on to some art, which I really wanted to get this done today. So I was finishing off that hand, which yeah, it was painful because I don't know, I just hate painting hands, but I was listening to the cricket along with Dad, so that was a good way to spend the time. And then we had some dinner, which was amazing. Dad made some turmeric and coriander spiced fish, and just had that with a load of veg, which was so good. And yeah, back to art as normal, finishing off the other hand this time, which I found easier than the first one, but still I hated doing it. So I'm just glad it's done now. Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, I think you can tell from the lighting in that video how long it took me to finish, but I got it finished. And that is the end of the weekend. I know nothing crazy exciting happened, but I thought I'd just show this weekend because I had a bit going on, so why not vlog it? So if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll just see you in the next video. Bye!